Hey, what's up, guys? Dre 5Ds here, coming at you again with another Black Lightning review slash discussion. Tonight's going to be Season 1, Episode 12. So I just want to start off by saying this episode was definitely one of the best of the whole season. It was like really good, and that last fight between Khalil, Black Lightning, Thunder, Tobias the Whale, and the other girl, I can't remember her name. That was really good. That was definitely one of the best scenes or action set pieces that the show has had before, and it was just really good and kind of almost unexpected because I did not expect for Black Lightning to actually have his heart stopped at the end. The whole fight between him and Tobias was really interesting and good. It was probably come to expect that he's probably going to have some type of armor to fight Black Lightning because obviously he got really burned and he got really hurt the last time they fought with Black Lightning shocking him. So of course he was going to come prepared with some type of protective suit, probably given by the ASA. And the fight and everything was really good as well. Like obviously Black Lightning won until Khalil came out of nowhere and basically I'm assuming he was throwing out like I don't know, some type of serum to make people weak or collapse or something because he definitely hit Black Lightning and obviously Tobias had the upper hand and held him and Khalil went in for the final blow to get him. And I just, like I said before, I did not expect for him to basically die for a few minutes. Luckily, Thunder and Jennifer, they came in and helped him. And it was so cool to see Jennifer actually come to her own and help her father out and with her powers and stuff. Because early in the episode, she was so bent on, or even the last few episodes, she was so bent on, trying to get rid of him, not even wanting them. And it turns out that because of her powers, she was able to help her father in a time of need when he basically died. His heart stopped, and she was actually the only one that was there presently that can help him in that situation. As we found out a few episodes ago, that Jennifer is actually like a generator, and she can give out energy and electricity, whereas Black Lightning slash Jefferson, he's more like a battery. He takes the power and absorbs everything, absorbs the power and electricity. And because of her ability to generate power and electricity, she was able to get him to come back to life and get his heart working again, which I thought was really cool that came into play, that we found out a few episodes how their powers worked, and we got to see it in action tonight, which also leads me to believe that this is probably going to get Jennifer on the side of actually wanting to be a hero again. I feel like because of her abilities and she was able to save her father's life, this is going to push her to not want to get rid of her powers and actually want to help and actually become a hero like she is in the comics as Lightning. Since next week is the season finale and we've already seen Khalil fighting and have some sort of enhanced ability with his spinal cord technology, and I feel like him and Jennifer, it could be a possibility that they might have a fight and have a showdown. I don't really see Khalil surviving this season, to be honest. I feel like he's just kind of a plot device just to possibly get Jennifer to maybe embrace her powers as well. Although saving her father, I think is going to be a big stepping point. But I think also Khalil is probably going to be one of the main ones that's going to die next week, and there could be a possibility that him and Jennifer may have a fight, or she might stop him with her new abilities because she's probably going to be more intuitive or more inclined to use them now, especially since her father, Jefferson, is probably going to be a little bit weaker, since he basically has his heart stopped, and Jennifer's going to need all the help that they can get to stop the ASA, Tobias Whale, and Khalil. And I think that would be a really good matchup for everybody. Black Lightning can take on Tobias Whale. Jennifer will probably take on that Tobias Whale's lady henchman. I can't really think of her name. Sorry about that. Gabby can probably obviously take down the ASA director, and Khalil and Jennifer can probably have a standoff against each other too. So basically, so everybody kind of has their own matchup of who they can face off in the season finale, and I definitely think Khalil and Jennifer can possibly be one of those top matchups that can possibly happen next week. I almost thought for a second that they were probably gonna maybe fight, or she was gonna show him her powers when they were on the roof together, talking, and he was kind of, aggressively walking up on her. I thought she was gonna have to do something at that moment, but clearly she didn't. So I think they might actually, think they're probably gonna have some type of fight or some type of altercation next week in season finale. I think that would be pretty cool to see. So another thing we saw tonight is that Lala seems to be under the control of Tobias. It seems like Tobias had called Lala during one scene, and he had some type of phrase or wording or something like that to get, I guess, his control over Lala activated. Because it seems like Lala was just basically acting on his own up until this point, until when Tobias had called him back. And it seems like, pretty clearly that he's under control of Tobias. We still don't really know how Tobias has control over Lala. We still don't even really know how he actually came back to life either. We can kind of guess, why he's controlling Lala. Just, that's probably just how Tobias's, personality is, and he's the one who killed him. Is probably part of some type of plan that Tobias has. But I think we still need to figure out like why Tobias, or not why, but how Tobias brought back Lala, and what is his ultimate plan with him. Hopefully we get that in the season finale. I'm pretty sure, or I'm hoping that we will, because I'm definitely curious and want to know why, or not why, but how Lala is able to control him like that. The one last thing I also want to talk about is the Shadow Organization that Tobias Whale had mentioned a few episodes back. I think it was like pretty early on in the season. It might have been right before Lady Eve died, so probably midway through the season. We haven't had an actual mention of them per se until tonight. Tobias had mentioned that there's a seat opening since Lady Eve has died. There's a seat opening, and he mentioned how if they take out the ASA Proctor, that they can control, I guess, maybe a good portion of it. I don't know. It was kind of alluding that Tobias taking out the ASA guy can get him even more power or credibility in the Shadow Organization. I'm still kind of curious, like what is this Shadow Organization? Who's involved in it? And like, what is their ultimate goal? I won't say that the ASA Proctor guy is part of the Shadow Organization. It doesn't really seem like it. It seems like maybe the Shadow Organization is working alongside the ASA. It seems like the ASA is maybe working alongside the Shadow Organization, or they could be possibly a part of the Shadow Organization. I'm not really sure, but I definitely want to know what is this group. I think in the season finale we might get more info on that. Hopefully we do, and I just definitely can't wait to see who might be the other members of that Shadow Organization. Since we haven't really seen too many other characters this season, I don't really think that we've seen another member of the Shadow Organization. I know at first glance I thought Kara was probably maybe a member, but we find out that she's actually working for the ASA, so that kind of rules her out. But hopefully we get to see maybe a tease or something next week about the Shadow Organization and what their goal is and what it's all about, and see if Tobias actually is gonna rank up. But we have to see for next week, because I don't really see Tobias actually surviving next week. I think he's probably going to die along with Khalil, so that could be a way that the Shadow Organization, comes out of, there's the shadows, for lack of a better term, since, both of their head honchos, or two of their members, have actually died, with being Lady Eve and Tobias Harris. So I think that could be a possible, a good possibility that the Shadow Organization can come out and we can see more members popping up and find out more about that, since Lady Eve has died, and potentially Tobias Harris as well. Alright, so I just want to say thank you guys again for watching my video. If you like what you see, make sure you like and subscribe, and definitely tune in next week. I cannot wait for the season finale next week, just based off the previews of the season finale. It looks like it's going to be really good and epic, and lots of surprises, hopefully. So make sure you guys tune in, because there's definitely going to be a lot to discuss and talk about. So thanks again.